In today's video, I'm going to show you how to edit an STL in Tinkercad in a simple, beginner-friendly way. If you have an STL file and you want to add shapes, remove parts, or make a quick modification without complicated software, Tinkercad is one of the easiest tools to use. And the best part is, once you understand the basic workflow, you can make all kinds of edits in just a few minutes. If this tutorial helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more easy software guides. All right, let's jump right in. The first step is importing your STL file into Tinkercad. Once you're inside your Tinkercad workspace, look toward the top right corner and click the Import button. This opens the import window where you can upload your 3D model. Now drag and drop your .stl file into that window or browse your computer and select it manually. One very important thing to remember is that the file must be under 25 megabytes in size, otherwise Tinkercad may not import it successfully. So if your file is too large, you may need to reduce its size first before bringing it in. After the file uploads, Tinkercad will bring it into the workspace as one solid shape. This is important because Tinkercad treats STL models as a single object rather than separate editable parts. That means you won't be editing every detail individually, like in advanced CAD software, but you can still make useful changes by combining it with other shapes. This is where the real power of Tinkercad comes in. Now let's move on to the second step, which is adding or subtracting material from your STL. If you want to add something to the model, simply drag in a basic shape, like a cylinder, box, sphere, or even text. Place that shape so it overlaps the part of the STL where you want the new material to appear. For example, if you want to add a label, a mount, or a small feature, you can position the new shape right on top of the imported STL. Once grouped, that shape becomes part of the final model. If you want to remove part of the STL instead, Tinkercad makes that easy too. Drag in a hole shape, which is usually shown as a transparent gray version of the regular shapes. Hole shapes work like cutters. Place the hole over the exact section of the STL that you want to erase. You can resize it, rotate it, and move it into position until it covers the area you want to cut away. This is especially useful if you want to make a slot, trim an edge, create a cutout, or remove a section of the design. Take your time with alignment here, because the more accurately you place the added or hole shape, the cleaner your final result will be. You can zoom in, rotate the view, and adjust the position from different angles to make sure everything is lined up correctly. Small adjustments can make a big difference when you're editing 3D models. Once your STL and the new shapes are positioned correctly, it's time for the third step, which is grouping and exporting. Select both the original STL and any shapes you added. If you used a hole shape, grouping will subtract that section from the model. If you used a solid shape, grouping will fuse it into the design. To do this, click Group or use the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+G on Windows or Command+G on Mac. Tinkercad will combine everything into one edited model. After grouping, check the result carefully to make sure it looks the way you want it. If something seems off, you can always undo and reposition the shapes before grouping again. Once you're happy with the design, click Export and choose STL as the file format. That will save your modified version so you can use it for 3D printing or send it to someone else. So just to recap, editing an STL in Tinkercad comes down to 3 simple actions. Import your STL, add or subtract shapes, then group and export the finished file. It's a fast and free way to make basic 3D edits without needing advanced experience. Whether you're customizing a model, fixing a design, or preparing a print, this workflow gets the job done quickly. If you found this tutorial helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support the content and lets me make more easy step-by-step guides like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.